earlier today, North Dakota Governor Burgum filed, and he said, essentially explaining his status in the polls, that people like, when they know about me, they like me. You're a well-known candidate. Polling indicates that you've lost popularity in New Hampshire. What are you going to do to turn that around?
Yeah, I don't think that that's necessarily true. I think if you look at the favorability that I've had, I'm one of the most well-liked Republicans in the country. Now, it's different than a ballot test to how you do that. That's how people ultimately going to vote, which does matter, but that matters as you get closer. So I've been attacked more than all the other candidates combined. If you look at the amount of money that's been spent against me, clearly I get attacks from the left, from the media, and yet people still understand I'm a good leader, good governor, all that stuff. So we're going to translate that into vote share as we get closer. But I don't think people have been paying close attention in terms of making up their mind. The majority of voters in both Iowa and New Hampshire have not made up their mind about who they're going to vote for. And I think you see that in some of the president's numbers. He's got, some of his support is definitely solid. A lot of that is they're considering Trump, but other candidates. And then you have a huge segment of both Iowa and New Hampshire who are not going to vote for Trump under any circumstances. So that's kind of the playing field that we thought going into this that would happen. That's really still the case. The ballot lines, they can go up and down 6 months before, 100 days out. But as we get into this, that's when you're going to start to see support consolidate. And the thing is you look at, okay, there's however many people are going to be for Trump. Let's say in New Hampshire, that's 20 no matter what happens, right? And then probably 35% aren't going to vote for him in New Hampshire no matter what. And then the others are considering Trump or others. And so if you want to change from Trump, I think I'm the best leader and I give you the best chance to be able to do well. If you're still considering Trump, what do I offer that's better? Well, a couple things. One, I can serve 2 terms. He'd be a lame duck on day one. Even if he could get elected, he'd be a lame duck. I don't know how, as a lame duck president, with all the stuff he's dealing with, you can go in and actually get the job done that we need to get done. I will come in laser focused. I'm in my prime. I don't need the teleprompter. I don't need any of that. We go and we get the job done. Very important. Also, deliverables. I've delivered more for Republicans, conservative ideas, America First principles than anybody running. Everything I promised I'd do in Florida, I did. We got it done. But we did it in a way where we built this massive coalition to win 60-40 in a state that had always been evenly divided. That's what you need to be doing. And I think the former president as the nominee would end up, the whole election would be about him and this and that, and it wouldn't be about the issues that people are concerned about, and that would give the Democrats a huge advantage in the general election, and I don't think that that's something that we want to do. And then also just we do need to pass the torch here. I mean, I look in Washington, you see all these people that are serving in their late 70s, 80s. It's like, I think we should have term limits for members of Congress. I think that we should be in a situation where people aren't hanging on and clinging to power so long. And we see what's happened with Biden from where he was 4 or 5 years ago to where he is now. And we need an energetic executive, and I would provide that.
Are you going to focus on Iowa or New Hampshire?
We're going to do both. I think we're all in on all the early states. I think just structurally the way we've done up to now is I'm doing the full Grassley in Iowa. It's very important. It's akin to like people in New Hampshire. You do the town halls. You do. There's certain things that matter, and if you're not doing those, and I think going to all 99 counties there is a tradition that sets you apart. I'm the only candidate that's doing that, and that's going to benefit me. So we've knocked out the vast majority of that. I don't want to finish it now because I want that 99th county to be a big splash as we get closer to caucus. But we knew we were going to put a lot of emphasis on that. And then September, I had to deal with the hurricane and some other things, so I wasn't able to get to New Hampshire. We had the debate in the West. We should be doing these Republican debates in New Hampshire and in Iowa, since we're going to be there anyways. I mean, I love the Ronald Reagan, I love the library, but to go all the way out there, we were out there for a week, which is fine. We did our thing. But I hope the other debates will be closer where the action is. But now we're in a situation. We've gone to a lot of rural counties. We've gone places no one's gone before. We've been able to amass a lot of support in terms of commit to caucuses. People that have worked for the winners of the past 3 contested caucuses, they all tell me universally, you are so far ahead of where we were at this point in time. So I think the work's paid off. You go to like a rural county, it's not something that's necessarily going to show up in like a poll. Certainly like a national poll, that's not going to show up at all. It's not something, but you're building the groundwork and you're getting the people in place to then turn them out in probably a snowy mid-January day. And so now that we've done a lot of that, I'm still going to be in Iowa a lot, but we're going to be in New Hampshire a lot, and we are going to be, doing the town halls. We're going to be doing the House. We're going to do everything that you need to do to be able to win in New Hampshire. And I think the good thing about New Hampshire, I think New Hampshire is like so wide open. I know they'll take a poll say, oh, Trump. I think people have not made up their mind at all in this race. I think that there's a lot of ground to be able to trod here, and I think more and more people are going to start keying in. And when they do that, I think we're going to be able to present ourselves as the top candidate.